Let's look back at part 1 of making crossroad choices and affirming purpose. Some of Gina's life's biggest decisions were also her biggest turning points. In 2008, she ended her engineering career after 13 successful years as she chose to move into human resources. Gina said, "It was way beyond my comfort zone, but a part of me welcomed the opportunity to learn something new and discover more of my capabilities." In part 2, we will look into Gina's next major crossroad choices: stay in corporate life, be a stay-at-home mom, or be an entrepreneur.
Something happened during the time of adjustments, Elaine. I was, prior to that, for 7 years, I was, me and my husband, we were trying so hard to have a child, but we were suffering from infertility, both of us, for about 7 years. And in the course of the transition in HR was the time that I got pregnant. And it wasn't only one time. I got pregnant the following year. So it was like one after the other.
When it rains, it pours.
Yeah, when it
Blessing.
rains, it pours. So with the toddler and the baby, then I knew in my heart that I wanted to spend more time with them. You know, we were praying so hard for a child, and then here they are. Maybe be a stay-at-home mom. The thought of doing my own business is a welcome possibility. But the security of my job, Elaine, was also something not easy to let go. Back then, I was earning 5-digit income in Singapore dollars and quite a good position in my company and very good opportunities as well. So it wasn't something that I can just easily turn my back on.
Yeah, I understand.
So that was the time. That was around 2010. I remember back then it was, I was just about to end my first maternity leave for my first childbirth. And I couldn't find any motivation to go back to work. My heart was really like wanting to stay with my child. And I felt lost. And with God's grace, that's when I met with you. And we talked, and I decided to embark on a one-to-one mentoring journey. Back then it was called Women at Work.
Yes.
I don't know whether you can still remember
that, and that's what we're calling it now here again.
Still,
This
all
one,
right.
yes. Empower women at work.
Probably
You're
I was one of the first ones.
inspirations, Gina.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that opportunity. Women at Work with Power in You really changed a lot of, I would say it's one of the pivotal, played a pivotal role in my career at Crossroads. Took the time to spend, to be mentored by you, Elaine. And one of the great things that had happened in that mentoring journey, it is a better understanding of myself, my gifts, my talents, and my passion. One striking lesson that I still remember up to this point, Elaine, was where you asked me to draw a shield.
Yeah.
And then you asked me to remember all the details of my childhood memories, like what were I doing then, what were some of the activities, predominant activities that I were doing then. And I recalled back when I was still a child, I would always end up leading games, you know, Tagalog, it's patintero, even simple street games like patintero. I would always end up leading my team, you know. I was leading my, a group of youth in my parish, also leading a group of singles and singles for Christ. And then the leadership roles continue and went on. And when you asked me to recall that, I realized that, oh yes, I have that innate ability in me to lead and to be able to relate with people. And so it was very empowered. That was a big aha moment for me. It was very empowering, Elaine, to realize that my whole life I was using and demonstrating all these gifts and talents, and it was available for me to use.
Yeah, wow.
So that gave me the courage, and it emboldened me to make this transition. And there's also, apart from that, apart from realizing my gifts and talents, there's also two things that you have guided me through. That was key to my particular crossroads, that point in my life. You remember when you asked me to prepare my mission statement?
Yes, yes, your mission.
My mission. So you helped me craft that mission,
Mm,
and you know, it was very amazing, Elaine, because that mission that you have helped me craft
mm,
in 2010, it's still very much my guiding principle in my endeavors even to this day.
mm,
And that vision exercise that you helped me do,
mm.
you helped me do a 1 year.
Yeah.
If everything is status quo, what would happen in one
Yes.
year? And
Yes.
then compare it with your ideal. What will be your ideal after
Mhm,
1 year? And you asked me to
mhm,
do 1 year, 3 years, and 5 years
mhm.
visioning.
Yes.
Um, Again, it was like painful to see status quo. What would happen within those years, status
Mhm,
quo? But it was also empowering to see the ideal. That means I have a choice to have a different result. I don't need to be driven by circumstances, but I can help. I can I can create that reality that I will have in 1 year's time, in 3 years' time, and in 5 years' time. So again, that was another aha moment for me.
mhm,
That with guidance and with a clear mission and vision, it's very easy to make the choice, empowering choice in your life. And
mhm,
so at the time, 3 years after my personal mentoring with you, I am ready to make a choice. And I would say that the 3 years allowed me
mhm,
to
mhm.
prepare properly. That by then I was ready to let go of my corporate
Or-
career and move on to another crossroad.
Another crossroad. Wow, what an amazing journey, Gina. And I'm just so happy I was an instrument, of our Lord God for that crossroad, for defining your purpose, mission, vision, looking at your talents through that shield, that you drew and recalling all the gifts given to you. What an amazing journey. Let's look at Crossroad 2 key insights. Seek help from someone who may partner with you to figure out the next choice and next step. In the case of Gina, she journeyed with a mentor coach. Take time to understand yourself better by rediscovering your gifts, talents, and passion. This process may embolden and empower your choices. Find your purpose and define it through a mission and vision statement. When these are clear, it is easy to make crossroad choices. And finally, a clearly defined vision helped Gina to turn her desires and dreams into realities in 1, 3, 5 years' time and beyond.